to my journey. This is another unexpected, I guess it'll be a thrift video if I find anything. This is Friday, and I got out there and I filmed my way in, and I got it put up, and I told you on there I got things I need to do, and you know what? I just feel like doing none of them. I don't want to clean nothing. I don't want to edit nothing. I got a couple intros to make that I wait till David goes to bed, so you don't have to mute the TV, bother him. Of course, he's been sitting there asleep, but and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I feel like gallivanting, so I'm going to gallivant to Mooresville. That's like a half-hour away. It's like the opposite direction of Salisbury. So I gallivant to Salisbury, no big deal. I'm going to gallivant to Mooresville. Well, the one Goodwill I'm going to go to is more than a half-hour away because it's like on the over end of Mooresville. But then they also have a Habitat for Humanity that I've only been to like once or twice that I didn't even know they had for all these years, and they got a whole bunch more stuff than mine. They're not overpriced like the one in Salisbury. They're more a thrift store, junk store type that you would want to see. Look, I keep meaning to tie that up and I keep forgetting. Y'all forgive me for my little witch's broom all the time smacking in front of y'all's face. But, so yeah, I'm gonna head up here. I'm trying to think where all me and Holly went when we come up here. There's this one Goodwill, it's not very big, but they got good stuff because it's at Lake Norman, and that's where people that's got money gets rid of their stuff. So they've always got good stuff. I just never come up this way anymore. I used to come up here to go to the VV, and then they started not having anything. I mean, they just went downhill. They weren't worth traveling for. I would do it on Sundays a lot of times because they open up at 11 on Sunday, and that's when I would come up here a lot of the times. And I have not been to the VV up here in, oh my gosh, I don't even try to think of a date because I don't remember. But they started getting real slack on merchandise, higher prices, just like this one down here. I was down here at home. Oh look, see Odell Lyons barbecue Saturday. Me and John was talking about that. She said everywhere you turn up there they got hoagie sales. I said, well, we don't have stuff like that down here. I said, except when it hits fall, we have the barbecues. Everybody sells barbecue. And when we say barbecue, we don't mean the verb that you do on the grill. We mean barbecue, the food, the pork. I'm sure they do beef too, but pork is the typical. Lord, we used to go there's this one church, every year it's Mama's birthday week. Stop. It's Mama's birthday. I can't get it up there. Mama's birthday weekend. And we used to go every weekend, ever since RJ was a little baby. And he just turned 39. He was a baby in his little car seat cradle sitting on top of the table while we're sitting there eating. Yeah, that's how long we've been going there. But since David don't eat the pork, we just ain't been in, a number of years, because he really loves barbecue. And I know he's afraid if he eats a big wad of it, it's going to give him an episode of gout. And if you never had the gout, I'm going to tell you what, that's a pain. That is a pain, like a pain you never know. Like he'll get in his toes. You can't even, like just blowing his toe like that, it would just send him through the roof. So gout ain't nothing to joke about. It's mostly men get it, but some women do. There was a woman I went to church with one time. She got it, and she said that her doctor told her to eat how many ever cherries a day? I don't know, 7, 8 cherries a day or something like that. I said, really? So I started researching it, and David has been taking, knock on wood, no jinx, for years now. He has been taking tart cherry capsules that I get from Vitacost. That's where I buy a lot of our supplements. They run good sales. And he takes, I don't know, maybe 2 of them a day, and he has for years, and it helps keep his gout under control. It does. He thinks he gets gout in his knees, but I don't think it's gout. I think it's just arthritis from overworking them. But anyway, I am headed to Mooresville. It's a good little drive here, so I'm gonna cut this off and play my music. Okay, what a day. what should have took me 30 minutes to get here, and then another, I don't know, 10, 15 maybe, to get down to the Goodwill, has taken me, it's 3 hours. 3 hours. As soon as I got on the main drag, traffic was backed up. I mean backed up, and it's going towards Interstate 77, which I thought there was a helicopter flying over. Now, which way are you going, honey pie? I thought, well, there's been a wreck and on the interstate, and people are trying to merge onto the interstate really slow, because I mean we were bumper to bumper for miles. Okay, well, this is not like it's a small city to begin with, so there's traffic whether you got a problem or not. Well, finally we get up there, and something had happened, and I'm going back this way. I'm hoping this opened. That's all I know, is I'm hoping this opened. But traffic was on, it's a 4-lane road, turning lane in the middle. The 2 lanes coming the way I was coming was having to merge into one to take a detour, because they had a whole humongous section of this. It'd be a 5-lane road, blocked off, completely blocked off, with fire trucks, ambulances on both ends, police. So I had to get on my phone, put up how to get to the Goodwill. It rerouted me, and it was an easy workaround, so that was no big deal. But then the road that it's on is super busy, and when you come out, there is no stoplight. And I knew this going. Well, the lady in front of me, all she had to do was sneak out and get in the turning lane in the middle, and then when she could merge over, she just kept setting. And finally, when she went, the man held back, and I just flew in behind her. Well, here's the bad thing. The Goodwill that I was so excited to go to, that I told you, oh, that's where the rich people put their stuff. It's open. Okay, we have opened back up. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to stop and get some gas. Good thing they did open up, because that's where I'm gonna stop at the QT. That's where all their main things were, sitting in front of the QT. But that Goodwill, oh my gosh, it was the worst. I know now I don't need to bother coming back up here. I haven't been up here in ages, and now I know I don't need to bother with it anymore, because they've turned it into what every other Goodwill has turned into. Nothing. All the cool, they've rearranged it. Let me put my gas in, then we'll finish talking, okay? Okay, I didn't even turn my, I think he's fixing to go. They rearranged the store. Now, I told you it was small anyway, but they rearranged it, and all their housewares, decorative items, that sort of thing was like on the outside wall. 3/4 of the store, I exaggerate not, was closed. 3/4 of it. They had the most nigh-nothing of odds and ends that you've ever seen. I was so disappointed. Now, I know I don't need to waste my time coming back, because they took that really good store and ruined it. And then, when I got through there, and I did buy some things, I'll show you. I did find a couple things. I'll show you when we get home, because it's too big to show in the car. And then I wanted to go to that Habitat. Well, it just down on the same road, just down a good little ways, and I found one little thing in there, and I will show you that when I show you those others. But I think I'll go up here to the V while I'm in town. I'm on the road. I'll go see if they got anything. But I tell you, what a trip! What a trip! Oh well, let me hush up and go and pay attention to this traffic. Well, I'm home, and I'm trying to get out of the sun. I don't know that I'm doing such a good job of it. Listen, that VV was terrible. Terrible, just junk. I found one thing, and you're going to laugh when you see what it is, because it's something you don't even have to go to a thrift store to get. But I have now determined I do not need to waste my time to go to Mooresville to shop anymore. There, big thumbs down. So anyway, I will turn you around and show you the few things that I did get, so hold on. At the Goodwill, I got some pillows for the front porch. I'm gonna throw them all in the washing machine this is spring pillars, so there's that, and then there's just a plain side. I got 2 of those, and then they had 2 of these, like that. And this plain size right there. And I thought that might be pretty too, instead, because unless you find some at a store, you're not going to find 4 of the same thing at a thrift store. And I thought those might go together nicely for the spring. Like two different ones on each side of the porch. And then I found this. It was $4. I don't even know how much pillows were. I got everything for $12 and some change. 4 pillows and a candle. You can buy this at Walmart's for cheaper than 4. It's 3 something. But I was just in Walmart's last week and was looking for it specifically, and they were completely out, as per usual. This is my favorite scent from Walmart's. Very, very favorite. Very favorite. So when I saw it, I snatched it. And then at the Habitat, I found this little thing. It was $1. Isn't she cute? And I'm pretty sure I know where I'm going to put her to. And then this is what I found at the VV. It was $2, $1.99. Because I just said on my way in this morning, I needed a lower watt bulb in my lamp. Well, there it was. They had a bunch of them. So that should work. Well, anyway, that's what I got. That, and that. So short video, but I figured, oh well, I'll bring you along. So I'll see you when I see you.